You know what? What's your internal metronome's really good. I can't remember.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So good. Holy shit.
It's like a fucking clock.
Look at those waveforms when you get this file. You're going to be amazed.
You can set your heart back.
WayTooBroad, it's the podcast, and I am the person, and these are the other people. Hello,
Hi.
Everybody. Hi.
It's a place where we're really, really excited to skip the intro. It's like show and tell. Is that old for adults? Are you old?
What's your name?
Welcome to our show. Are you old?
That's Erin. I'm Hannah.
Hey.
That's Ben.
What's up?
I just thought I'd throw everybody off to start us.
Nodded.
Yeah.
Nodded by way of intro.
What's up?
Yeah.
Silently nodded.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. It's a Silly Friday episode of WayTooBroad.
Welcome.
Welcome. I've got...
More like Tired Adult Friday.
Wow. I fully insisted on us recording tonight, so you can blame me if the vibe is weird. We've been having nice chipper Saturday morning recordings, but not today. Not today, baby.
Are you calling my former outburst weird?
My intro also was weird.
Yeah.
I also want to make just an announcement at the beginning of this episode, which is that the podcast candle, which is lit, congratulations to me, is a Woodwick candle. So if you hear an unidentifiable noise, hopefully room tone will cut it out, but it might be some flickering noises from the candle.
Room tone the name of our editor?
Roomatone. Ooh, shoot. I forgot. I was going to send you something. I forgot. We'll do it now. Okay, let's do drinking first.
Okay.
Who's first? Ben?
Ben.
Yeah, Ben. What are you drinking?
Ben.
Water, ice water. It's Friday night.
Friday night ice water. Friday night ice.
And no matter when we record, I say, like, what time it is, as if that's a reason to not have, like, an alcoholic drink or something.
What am I drinking?
What are you drinking?
I got a mug
Tea?
of water.
Oh my god! Why are you drinking water out of a goddamn mug,
No
Hannah?
ice in it, probably. It's probably
No ice in it.
Room temperature.
Ew, Hannah!
No, listen. Ian got me the mug of water. He said it's the Ian special, and he said when he handed it to me, he said, "Here's your ice. Here's your water in a mug. That'll throw him off."
It's true. We hate it. Why do we hate it? It's all about expectations, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think so. But then I think that's what they do at like every talk show. So it's basically like this is the perfect venue to have a mug of water.
But they don't flaunt it. They don't like rub it in our face.
That's like a showbiz trick because they're like supposed to look like they're at a desk with a coffee or some shit.
Yeah, why don't they have coffee or tea or whatever?
They
Well, we're in
probably do
showbiz.
sometimes.
We're making a show.
Nobody sees the mug.
You see the mug. I have a second drink, though.
Okay.
Better-
Is it
it
like
better be in
water
a
out of a
receptacle
wine
that makes
glass?
sense.
Oh, actually, it's not. You guys are not going to like this either.
Oh, no.
It's a can.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
Oh, probably like apple juice.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's alcoholic.
Okay,
is it
well,
like a gin and
alcohol
tonic
should-
or something?
Oh, no, it's wine.
It's
She's
wine.
drinking fucking wine out of a fucking
fuck?
can.
What's
wrong with you?
It's a fizzy wine from a place
Okay.
that's very near us called, the place is called Westport Rivers Vineyard, and the wine is called Farmer's Fizz, and it's really good. They call it their perfect picnic wine. This Prosecco-style sparkler is lightly bubbled, crisp, fresh, and lip-smacking delicious. And it is. And let me just tell you, it is. And it goes straight to my head, so that should silly things up.
What's that ABV on there?
Like 11.5.
What? Is that typical for wine?
Yeah, that's actually can be on the lower end for wine, actually. Wines can be
I didn't know
in
wine
the
was
14,
that,
15,
I didn't
16.
know wine went that hard.
Yeah. Oh, wine was hard. What do you think wine was?
I don't know, like 4?
4? Four, friend. That's light beer.
It's fruit juice.
No.
All right, he drinks water every day.
Wine goes
so.
hard, Ben, okay? You don't even know how hard wine goes, okay?
Wine goes real hard.
You know what it actually tastes like is like a nice tart cider, though. It doesn't really taste like wine, even though it is.
But it is wine.
This makes me wish. I'm gonna ask Molly if we have any of our if we have any of our canned beverages. Hold on, that didn't make sense. Do we have any of those canned cocktails left?
Ah.
Okay. All right.
Cool. But in the meantime, what are you drinking while you wait to see if you can get a canned cocktail?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. So let's just go in on. I've got nice water. I've got decaf coffee that I made everyone late to the podcast because I was making.
My God, Jack is
Tastes
yodeling.
like tardy.
Tastes like tardy.
Thanks.
Okay, he stopped. Wow.
Thank
so
God.
rude. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Probably not.
No.
Oh man, he's such an interrupter. All right, cool. Let me send you this TikTok.
Okay. Before we get into this, I want to before I forget, shout out to Chloe who called me last night to tell me the name of what it is when something clogs pores, which I've since forgotten, and she said she was because I mentioned that last.
Yeah.
What is it called? Clogged pores. I mentioned it last podcast, and she was yelling at the comedogenic, and she was yelling at us about it, and then so shout out to Chloe who's listening. She I answered the phone, and she was like comedogenic or whatever.
Comedogenic? I've never heard that word in my
right.
life.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah,
I've only heard non-comedogenic, but I think that's
Ben. You gotta hang out with a dermatologist. I'm not saying because your face, but I'm just like that's when you're going to hear that shit.
Yeah.
All right,
why
we're
are
watching
you
his
assuming
TikTok.
that I don't hang out with a dermatologist?
Well, because you don't hire comedogenic, and they just can't fucking shut up about it.
Maybe we don't talk about work. Maybe my
It's
best
like one of
friend's a
those things.
dermatologist.
All right, I think maybe I'll just play this out, play the audio out, and you guys can watch the visuals if you want, but they're not that important.
Okay.
Okay, the mistake said lipped her licks instead of licked her lips. There's no way I said that. She turned to him and lipped her lips slowly.
The caption on this is me every time I get audiobook corrections back.
She's a professional audiobook.
Can you play that again?
Yeah.
I guess I could watch it, but I want to.
Okay, the mistake said lipped her licks instead of licked her lips. There's no way I said that. She turned to him and lipped her lips slowly.
Lipped her lips. And she didn't notice it. Yeah. That's
I just imagine it as a spicy sex scene, and imagine how much that would have taken you out of it. You'd have to go back and
lipped her lips. I don't know. That's pretty sexy. Yeah, sure, licking your lips, but have you ever lipped your lips?
Fellas, ladies, anybody can lip your licks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would enjoy that. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's right up my flippin' alley right there.
You're frippin' alley.
Frippin' lally.
It's up right on my frappuccino.
Yes. Okay, have we checked emails?
I did. I'm surprised we didn't get any. I feel like I don't remember. Oh, I was expecting an angry email from Uncle Brown. I feel like we were baiting him into emailing us with our like first cousin once removed talk. And then I was thinking about maybe our cousins' kids are our first cousins once removed, and not our second cousins.
They are our first cousins.
So we got that wrong.
No, we didn't, because
wow.
they're second cousins with each other, which is what we said.
Well, that's not what I thought we said.
That's not what we were saying. Hannah was saying that we were saying in the context of like who we would marry, it would be like our cousin's kids.
No, the example. No, it wasn't.
I know.
The example I gave was Andy's kids marrying one of Rob's kids.
Okay, that's what you thought you were saying, but that's not what Erin and I
thought
heard.
we were.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, we thought we were saying like
it's not. It is what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the words I said. It's not what I thought I was saying.
It's impact over intention, Ben. Okay, get it through your head.
Ben,
okay.
you don't listen to,
you
like,
can't abuse that to me. And I hear what I fucking want when
Ben,
you say your words.
We can't listen to 100% of what you're saying, all right? We heard a couple of your things, and then we drew our own conclusions, all right?
That's right.
No, because I like our dad. Well, Hannah's and my dad.
I like our dad, too.
I like him, too.
I like our dad have understand how that all works.
You have understand it?
If we wanted to explain it, it's super fucking boring.
I don't. Yeah. I've told you. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times.
Which is why
remember
you'll notice last episode, I don't think I bothered to explain it.
No, you didn't, and I appreciate that.
I want to be the first cousin immediately removed. Listen, that's a Tig Notaro bit. I totally stole that. That is a Tig Notaro bit.
Oh my god!
But you just don't get many opportunities to employ it. So
do you know what? Another thing I wanted to say about that TikTok is that it made me realize I could never, ever, 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 ever be an editor for audiobooks, because there's no way I could focus enough to notice something like that in the context of an entire book I was listening to. Right?
Yeah, especially because we didn't hear what Ben was saying. I was there in person, and then I listened to it again with Molly, and I didn't hear it. Yeah. So I don't know. I
just don't think that career is going to work out for us.
What? Just kidding.
I
That's
it.
part of it.
I totally.
That's part of the whole thing.
I totally got that. Wow.
What?
Great. No, but you're not part of it.
Wow. Fuck you.
Man, I was in a semi-serious conversation on Zoom with somebody who was explaining how they're a really intentional listener, and I was just like, "Oh man, if we were in person, I'd be like, what?" Gives me a little inside not to be able to do that. I feel like this remote culture is robbing me of who I really am.
Oh man, I just love it so much. I've never
me too, though.
I've never been happier.
Yeah, it's great. I do like it.
But that's probably not true that I've never been happier. But work-wise, I don't know if I've ever been happier. So. Ooh. Ow.
Oh, you okay? What happened? You okay?
Oh, something just stabbed me in my tummy.
Uh-oh. Something, or something in your tummy is stabbing you in your tummy?
I think I have.
Did you eat any knives?
I think I have a muscle strain, but it's in below my sternum.
Ooh.
It's weird.
Oh.
I think it's from sitting at this desk all
it?
day. No, it doesn't hurt that much. Just every once in a while, it just twangs like a muscle.
Oh yeah,
twangs like a banjo string.
It just twangs like a banjo string.
Twangs like a country singer.
Let's see. I don't think I have.
Speaking of which, I was listening to the New You're Wrong About, and I had no idea that the Dixie Chicks changed their name to the Chicks. I was just so off that I was out of that loop, yo.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I didn't know what the fuck the title meant.
About. They're so great. Yeah, me neither.
It was the Chicks versus the Iraq War. Well,
I knew based on the context. Is it the Iraq War or is it yeah. I actually knew what they meant from the title. But I was maybe they're just giving the Dixie Chicks a cute nickname.
I didn't know anything about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Whole
because you
thing.
were a fucking baby.
I was 8 years old.
It was
when the
really
Iraq
interesting
War
to hear
started.
that. Yeah, it was interesting to hear that episode in context of having listened to all of
Blowback?
freaking- Yes, Blowback, thank you. My last week's obsession, because like it really like reinforced a lot of the stuff that they talked about the sort of the how sort of impossible and like out of like tasteless it seemed, I guess, for media outlets to even news sources to like say anything critical of the government, which is like not great at all.
Yeah.
And like probably contributed a lot to that war happening. So that was really interesting. Really
I
good
started
episode.
listening to Blowback also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I've
it?
only gotten through the first couple because I do really like it. I can't listen to it the way I listen to other podcasts while I'm like doing other things because I really need to pay attention, which is why I haven't like gotten through it all yet. Because sometimes I listen to podcasts like working if I'm doing something relatively mindless, but I can't do even with that. Like I can't. I just like lose details. But I have really appreciated so far how. Let me see how, because I was talking to Lucas about it the other day, and I want to remind myself how I worded things. Lucas, our broder.
I don't have a brother named Lucas, sorry.
Not your broder. My broder and Hannah's broder.
Oh. Are you guys related?
Wait.
I'm just gonna blow past this, talk about Blowback. I really like how they are able to like simultaneously acknowledge the fact that obviously Saddam Hussein was like a shitty dictator. That was as in he was a shitty person and a dictator, not as in he was a bad dictator.
Yeah. Right.
While also being like, it fucking sucks what the US did to the people of Iraq. Like both those things can be true.
Right.
Like we can have done a terrible thing to Saddam and to Iraq without having to like. It's not mutually exclusive, I guess, to say that he's a bad person and we did bad things to his country that hurt the people of his country.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's often spoken about like that, like.
Yeah,
Like the fact that Saddam was so evil can somehow justify anything that we did there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, you think Saddam was better? It's like, well, no, but I think in the sense of not like causing as much
In the sense of
destruction
not
to the
like
entire
carpet bombing his
infrastructure.
civilians. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely good. Definitely worth listening to as well. And so is every episode of You're Wrong About, but definitely that one. Check it out.
I haven't finished it yet.
What's it all about? What? I think I finished it.
I'm
I was
still
working at
I'm
the
still
same
on the
time.
part where they're talking about the origin of the chicks.
Yeah, interesting.
It is interesting. I didn't know anything about any of that.
Yeah, me neither. Really didn't.
I just like I spoilers, but the thing they said was we're ashamed that the president is from Texas, right? That was like the big thing, and and that they didn't support the war. And I remember hearing about that, and I remember thinking like, oh, cool. And then like that's it, and I never thought
That's
about
what
it again.
Sarah Marshall said too, basically.
Yeah. Like it never crossed my mind once ever again, but apparently it changed their lives forever.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Yeah, it's good. You should finish it. and anyone who hasn't started it should start it.
I was gonna finish it. I started it today.
Well, you finished something else today.
What did I finish today?
Schitt's Creek.
Oh yeah, again.
Oh, again. Oh,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did a rewatch.
nice. And you cried
Yeah,
again?
Love that show. Yes.
Yeah.
The series finale of Schitt's Creek is like, is there a better episode of television? It just slaps from beginning to end in such an intense way. It
Slaps you right in the face.
It's top
Oh
notch.
my god.
Yeah.
It's so good. Those little flips are so nice. I
Little
love them.
freaking flips.
I think Schitt's Creek will be a show I watch and rewatch time and time again.
You know, I saw Ted in something else recently. But now that I am thinking about that, maybe I will double up on obsessions and talk about that in that time frame.
Wow.
Two? Yeah. Which, speaking of obsessions, do we have other upfronts? Or can we pop it?
Hold on.
Nah.
Oh, I usually can do that really well.
Whoa. Okay.
I think I was thinking too much about it. And I don't like putting my finger in my mouth.
Nerd.
Hey, that was good.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was just thinking too much about it. I was too in my head about it.
I can't even snap.
What?
I can't.
You poor
You
thing.
really can't. You know, Molly can't really snap either.
It's because our hands
know.
are too soft.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is.
Sometimes I snap and like I pull something and my knuckle like really hurts. It'll like really I'll like pull something in my finger every once in a while. So I gotta really watch how the vigor in which I snap.
I only
With which I
recently
snap.
realized that, have we talked about this before? That the sound from a snap is from your finger hitting your palm.
Yeah.
Well, and why can't I do it? Doesn't make any sense. All right, cool. Should we pop in, Mr. Ben?
Yes.
Bro there.
Yeah.
Ben, what's your flippin' obsession?
I don't have like a hard obsession this week. This is soft obsession. Mainly because it's a little bit hit or miss, but there's a show I've been enjoying on Dropout during my lunch breaks lately called Game Changer, which is hosted by Sam Reich, who is, I think he's actually now the owner of College Humor.
Oh.
I believe, since they got, like, since their parent company dropped them and laid off all the fucking employees and then he bought them or something. That's a story for a separate time. But, yeah, so the premise is that it's a game show, but the game that they play changes every show, and the contestants who come on don't know what the game is before they come, and they just have to figure it out as they go. Which is really fun. And the reason I say it's hit or miss is that, some games are just, it's different contestants every time. It's usually College Humor people, obviously. But the games are sometimes really funny, and sometimes they're like, it's never bad. It's just, sometimes it's just like not as like, wow, I love this. But yeah, it's very funny. I like Sam Reich's host energy. He's very funny, and I really like all those College Humor people. I guess it's kind of a side obsession. I've been like watching a lot of College Humor skits lately from the past few years, since before they all got laid off, and made me sad that they all got laid off, because they're funny. There's some funny folks. We've been watching Fantasy High as well.
Wait, can you explain this to me? Because I've been looking up information on College Humor. Did everyone all the video team get laid off in January of 2020?
Yes.
And then what happened with Sam Reich?
And Sam Reich bought the company.
And he hired them back?
No, only Brennan Lee Mulligan he's the only writer that still works there.
Oh, is that why they're like doing like all the new seasons of Dimension 20 have like none of the same cast?
No, I think it's just because they're side shows still. Aren't they in like a side season?
I mean,
maybe, I don't know. Because Dimension 20 does that. They do like side quests that's not the main cast.
Yeah. But I'm so confused because haven't they still been putting out content all year?
Not as much, but I think yes. I don't really know actually, because like a lot of those people are still in some Dropout stuff. I think probably what happened is they can't afford to hire them full time, but like Sam Reich had a good working relationship with all of them before they got laid off by the parent company. And so, like, as often as their schedule allows, I think they still work together on, like, some College Humor stuff, even if it's not, like, a full-time gig. That would be my guess. But I don't actually know.
Sam Reich
details
by
of
College Humor or Dropout? Or
College Humor, which...
He bought the whole thing.
Dropout's a part of College Humor.
Well, I know that. I just wasn't sure if that was still true. He bought the whole dang thing.
He did.
I missed all of that.
Yes. Yeah, he acquired College Humor from IAC, which was the company that owned them before. He's also the son of Clinton's labor secretary. Just a weird fun fact. Robert Reich.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. So they definitely don't put out like skits really any. Like if I go to their, well, now you've got me on this. now you got me on this. Like the last couple skits they've done in the past year, they have a lot of like animations, it looks like. And then they have a fucking, from 6 months ago, there's a sketch with Grant in it.
Yeah,
who is one of the people who got fired. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking story. I don't know what they're doing over there. I hope everyone gets hired back because they're nice people.
They seem like nice people.
And I feel like if they had the money to, they would hire them back. Because, like I said, they seem to all have a good relationship, including Sam with all of them, and Sam now owns the company. But anyway, Game Changer is really fun. Let me look at because I said it's hit or miss. I feel like I should give some episodes that I know are good for people that are interested.
You said it's tit or miss? Is that what you just said?
I'm gonna let you answer that yourself.
Yeah, that's what you said.
When it's really good, it's a tit.
Yeah, it's good like tits when it's good, or it misses.
Like
good, like I'm gonna start saying good like tits.
Yeah, we used to say that around Kylie, and when she's like, "What the fuck did you say?" You know,
Actually, the first season is 5 episodes, and the first 4 are all really good. So, you know what? It starts off strong.
Cool.
And then the first episode of season 2 is also really good. Honestly, a lot of these are really good. I feel like the only ones I haven't really enjoyed that much are the last episode of season 1. I haven't actually finished. And then episode 5 of season 2, I also haven't finished. But then the rest of them are good. I've watched all the other ones in season 1 and 2. And then season 3 is when they started remote. And I haven't watched any of those yet. But there are a lot of them. So that's on my to-do list. But yeah, I think... So, I said it's hit or miss, but it's, what is that? Fucking 8 out of 10? All really good? So that's pretty good.
8 out of 10 ain't bad.
Pretty good. Pretty good hit rate.
That's a lot of tit.
Pretty good tit rate.
Yeah, pretty good tit rate.
I think I've seen a lot of clips from it of people getting very frustrated on a game show type stage. How long are the episodes?
Like 20, 25 minutes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I really like the first 2 episodes a lot in particular. I think they're very funny.
Cool.
Where do we watch it?
Dropout.tv. Actually, there's a couple of free ones on YouTube.
There's a full episode. I'm watching it right now on YouTube. That was a joke question.
Yeah, a joke question.
The sound impression challenge. Oh, actually, the first 2 episodes, sound impression challenge and lie detector, are the first 2 episodes, and they're for free on YouTube.
Sweet.
Tell us about yourself. Is on there too.
Have I watched that one?
Season 3.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Excuse me. Jeez Louise.
Hey, Ben, you want to hear a new bit I'm doing that you might be able to utilize?
Yeah.
I was on the phone with my brother the other day, one of them, and...
One of the days or one of the brothers?
Both. And I burped, and he said, "Bless you," and I was like, "Yeah, my allergies are really acting up." And then every time I was burping, I was like, ooh, my allergies. And then I was like, oh, I think I'm allergic to this beer. So anyway, I thought it was funny.
Can I tell you,
continue workshopping
that's
it.
reminded me that I need to take my allergy medicine. And I'm going to go do it right the fuck now before I forget.
Yes.
Go do it. Woohoo!
We're making things happen here at WayTooBroad.
Oh my goodness, this is full circle because last week it was Saturday morning and he'd forgotten to take it on a Friday night.
Oh my god, he knew he needed to take his pill because he was just burping right now. His allergies are acting him. He needs to take his allergy pill. Isn't that funny? I just think that's really funny.
I love it. I do think it's really funny.
It's funny. Like, next time you burp really well, you go, ooh, my allergies. Spring.
Yeah, because it's also like... Do you know what? I think when we start going out in public again, we're going to be forgetting to burp or fart silently a lot more.
Yeah.
So I think that's
just
a
say
good...
your allergies.
Yeah. We can make it a thing.
It's going to be funny.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Ben.
Great job, Ben.
That's great.
Okay, bye. Okay.
What are you doing?
Closing the window.
Because it's hot in here.
Okay. Yeah.
Not closing, opening. Hannah.
Opening.
Anyway, that's my obsession.
Cool.
Fine, I'm going to watch that.
That's
Yeah, do
fun.
it. Fucking
Great
nerd.
job, Ben.
I'm going to watch it. Great job, Ben.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, it's me now.
Hannah!
Welcome
Time for your session!
I have...
Hannah, can I just say it's making me sick to watch you drink out of the mug and just know that there's just water in it, like not even ice.
Listen, no crinkle
making me-
tinkles.
That makes me fucking sick to my stomach. It's not tea, it's just...
Delicious, lukewarm water.
You know, like times in my life where I've had water out of a mug, I've been like sick somehow. You know? Oh, Hazel.
No.
Oh, that's Como.
Try
Oh,
again.
Como. Wow.
It's Como.
I'm sorry.
Como.
Excuse me.
Como. He's in his little cat tree by the window.
Sorry I was not able to visually identify one of your two dark cats from your shitty grainy video.
He's the fucking twice the size of the small one.
He's far
Well,
away.
is the small one there for reference?
No,
They're also
but
both pretty small for cats. Just
Como's
FYI.
enormous.
No,
What are you
he's
talking about?
Measurement?
He's skinny.
Measurements only mean
He's
something
skinny,
in
but
context
he's
of something
long
else.
as hell.
That's so true, Erin. He's long, but he's skinny and he's laying down, so there's no way to see how long he be.
You
Okay.
can see it. You can just tell.
This is all visual and also stupid. Even if it's like all thickly stupid.
Yeah, look, we would share a screenshot with you all of what we're looking at, but it would still be stupid. So
Don't accidentally think it's a different cat than it is, though. That's not allowed.
oh no, he blurred him.
Ben just blurred his background. Wow.
All right, so
That's dumb. He just changed his
that's
background to
Como.
a cat.
Which cat?
Como.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, okay. I know the difference between your cats. It's just like from far away in the background. Wow.
Aw, he's so
Angel.
We got a
Cute.
slideshow going on.
yeah. Oh, that's so
Oh,
cute.
Como.
Oh, that's from when. That's from when we
Como
went
loves
apple
those
picking.
apples.
Oh my goodness.
It's a picture of Hazel.
Hazel, we went apple picking, and I think we maybe talked about this on the podcast, but the worst apples that we picked, Hazel loved them. She was nuzzling them like
she
crazy.
rubbed them with her face like a weirdo.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow.
All right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I have a double obsession I just decided recently. And it's two TV shows, both with really wonderful leading ladies who I like a lot. And one of them I was surprised we had never nobody ever brought as an obsession, and the other one is new. So the first one, which is the one I was surprised about, is the show Shrill on Hulu
Oh, with the 80
wow.
Bryant.
with 80 Bryant.
I haven't ever never seen it.
So I don't know. It just came out with its third season, which is its final season. Ian and I watched about the first half of it tonight. And we might finish it tonight. I'm not sure. Because it's not long. None of the seasons are long. That's like maybe my main complaint is that they're not long enough. They're like half-hour episodes, and this final season is 8 of them. And I think the first season might even have been like 6. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's on Hulu. It's a Hulu exclusive. It stars Adie Bryant and a ton of hilarious people. And it's about her working. It centers around her life and it's based off a book, like a memoir by a real journalist person that I think was also called Shrill, I believe. I might be wrong.
I kind of always assume a journalist is a person. I don't think you need to spend journalist horses or something like that. Well, there could be. I don't know. I don't mean to be presumptuous or assume anybody's genus or speak.
Hannah, I just happen to know the book is called Shrill Notes from a Loud Woman.
By Lindy West. So it's based off of the
human
Lindy West. And it's about basically being like a fat, loud woman in spaces where that is not always welcomed. And it's also a hilarious comedy show with like a lot of heart and emotion to it. There's a lot of different angles. So like the main story follows Adie Bryant's character, who I think is called Annie in this. But also she's got this wonderful gay roommate who is like a black woman from like London. And she's got this like revolving door of girlfriends in the first season, and it's just like a total delight, like just wonderful in every way through every season. It's got it's actually how I discovered Patty. Oh God, what's her last name? I love her, Patty Harrison.
Oh, Patty Harrison.
Party Hardison.
What do you mean you discovered? What do you mean you discovered Patty Harrison? That was like one of Ben's obsessions.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, maybe
What?
I heard her on Comedy Bang Bang, but I didn't really make the connection that she was the same person, or like who she
Patty
was
Harrison
exactly.
was Patty Harrison was my obsession?
Patty Harrison was one of your obsessions in episode 84 of the Spindrift Show about Spindrift stuff.
Are you sure it wasn't Hannah's?
It might have been mine.
I think that was Hannah's.
Oh.
So
Yeah, Hannah. You know what?
Yeah, mine was basketball
What
in that
do you
episode.
mean you discovered Patty Harrison? You were obsessed with her episode 84 of our podcast, Spindrift Stuff about Spindrift Stuff.
yeah, was that about 2
Nearly
years
2
ago?
years ago to the day.
Yeah, that would be because of Shrill.
Talking about?
the first season of Shrill. She's so funny in it. She's like just a delight. She's
And
so
can I tell
weird.
you,
What?
the one of the pieces of homework for this episode is watch Shrill on Hulu.
See? So I talked about Shrill in the context of talking about Patty Harrison.
Interesting.
What are you talking about? You talked about Shrill episode 84.
She's also in I Think You Should Leave, by the way, and she's great in that.
Yeah, she is. She's really funny in that.
Yeah, she really is.
So, yeah, it's just really, really good. So far, the third season is really good. I'm really like rooting for Annie, although she's a flawed hero for sure. Like she's got like she misreads situations a lot. She makes like big mistakes and stuff. I mean, I would say everybody in the show is pretty flawed, and that's part of what makes it so fun to watch. Is like, you know, there are situations that are like, okay, like in the first. Okay, in an episode, I won't say which one, and I won't say which season because I don't want to spoil anything, but there's like an episode where she's on like an overwhelmingly terrible date. Like it starts out and they're about to have sex, and then he does that like cartoonish thing, I guess not like kids cartoons, but like where he like comes before she even like just as she gets his pants off, right? But then like they play out the rest of the date. Like she doesn't just leave. Like they have like conversations about like what's going on with him and with her, and they're like and like it doesn't end up being a good date at all, but it has other moments of like nice interaction and is like and is like takes up way more of the episode than you expect it to in like the first like couple of minutes. It's like that kind of stuff where like you'll see recognizable sitcom situations, but then they'll play themselves out in ways that you don't expect. Like they play with tropes in a lot of interesting and fun ways. I think the writing's very good. And
Do they play with trops at all?
I haven't seen them play with trops, but I wouldn't put it past them. Or troppies.
Yeah.
Maybe also, yeah.
You know, they play with trots in the version about the horse journalist.
Nice.
So that's Shrill. I
Didn't think I was going to get a call back from that. But.
So that's Shrill, and it's good, and y'all should watch it. I'm really surprised neither of you have. It's really worth watching. And the other one, which I think is on an even more inaccessible platform, unfortunately, I think maybe it's on Peacock, is
Peacock
is called Rutherford Falls.
Like
I've heard of this.
Oh,
I've heard of this show. Isn't it like all native writers?
yeah, and a ton of native actors too.
Yeah.
It's really
What's it called?
Rutherford Falls.
Falls?
Yeah, I'm looking for the name of the lead actress because, her name is Jana Schmieding, Schmieding, and I think maybe she is also like a producer or showrunner on it. But she's the main character, her and that guy who's in all the stuff. He was in The Office.
Ed Helms.
Ed Helms, that's right. So they're like the two main characters, but also the guy from Ted from Schitt's Creek is in it. He's pretty good in it. It has, as we just mentioned, a ton of native actors, a ton of native writers. It's really about like kind of what I gather. It's kind of all written as subtext, but what I kind of gather is it's not all subtext, but it's doing a lot of like taking a very privileged white man who doesn't understand his privilege. He's not a bad dude, generally speaking, but he's just like does not like get it in any way, and they're like having very mild, incredibly mild versions of things that happen to Native Americans happen to him, and he's like freaking out about it to his best friend who is a native from that town that his ancestor like settled. So it's really interesting. I think it's done with a lot of like I think there's like a lot of, like I said, a lot of really interesting things that are said and a lot of really interesting things that go unsaid, and it's very funny. We kind of binged it in like a day or two, mostly so we didn't have to pay for Peacock, but you can get a week free, I think, a week or a month, I'm not sure which, and you can watch it in that amount of time easily. It's not that long. And I would love to have people watch it because I would love for it to get like another season. So I don't know if it has gotten that yet or not. But yeah, it's really, really good.
Cool.
So yeah, I would recommend that too. And another,
I was just about to ask if you pay for Peacock when you were like, we binged it. So
no. And then the kind of the unifying theme to these two shows is the like proudly fat leading ladies who pretty much their stories and their lives, like, well, okay, a lot of Shrill is about her dealing with being fat and people treating her differently because she's fat and stuff, and so it's not like her life doesn't affect her life at all, but they both have like really interesting and active and healthy like sex lives, and they're like they're just like extremely well-rounded people. No pun intended. Like they're I can say, okay, if anyone hasn't seen me, I'm also a well-rounded person. So but yeah, it's I just love both of their characters, and I especially love the way that Reagan is written in Rutherford Falls, who is the main woman who I named the actress earlier, and I don't remember it. Jana something. I'm really bad with names. I'm very sorry. So yeah, they're both just great. I would watch them both.
Oh,
do it.
That's great because we were just finishing up our rewatch of Schitt's Creek and needing something to watch.
I think it's got like parallels to Schitt's Creek in the kind of the way the comedy is. Ian was the one who heard about it, and he said to me that someone that he heard had compared it to Parks and Recreation, and I was like, oh, interesting. I would say personally, I didn't think it was anything like Parks and Recreation. Excuse me, but I think Schitt's Creek actually is maybe a better comparison. Excuse me.
Created
My
by
allergies.
it's created by the same Parks created by the guy who created Parks and Rec.
Yeah, it's the same person that created Parks and Rec. Thank you.
Michael Schur.
Michael.
Hey, you should take an allergy pill.
Yeah, I think I'm a little allergic to this sparkling wine. Yeah, so that's it.
These
That
sulfites.
is a good bit. I like that bit.
Thanks. No one ever thought of it before.
For that bit.
Why did no one ever think of it before?
I don't know.
I've
Let
been
me.
thinking about that bit. Ooh.
Ooh.
This is the short description of it because I didn't really actually explain. This doesn't explain much more, honestly, but it says 2 lifelong best friends, Nathan Rutherford and Reagan Wells, find themselves at a crossroads, quite literally, when their sleepy town gets an unexpected wake-up call. That's a very short version.
I know what that's about.
Yeah. Trust me, it's pretty good.
Didn't I think about that bit? Cause I've been thinking about that bit.
Wait,
Nice.
what is this?
Why do we need to wait?
What is what?
Oh, okay. Ian sent me a Wikipedia article for a person named Sierra Nizoni
She's a
Teller
co-creator of-
Ornelas.
creator of the show.
Okay. And she is Navajo.
Hi, Kylie.
Hi, Kylie. I can't see
Can
her.
you tell Kylie to say hi?
Can you tell Kylie to say hi to us, please?
She's looking at me weird, and also she did this when she walked in for some reason. She shushed me.
Don't We're doing a podcast. She should
Yeah,
shush.
you shush. Podcast, you shush. What?
That was secret. It was coming here sneaky.
Wait, so you were signaling to them that you were being quiet?
Yeah, that was being sneaky.
You were
I
so
can
sneaky.
see you in
Yeah.
the computer.
Tell her if she was going to be sneaky, she should have crawled on the floor.
Yeah, if you're gonna, they say if you're gonna be sneaky, you should have crawled on the floor.
No. If she was going to be sneaky, she needs to do this. That's how you be sneaky.
Oh, there's that physical comedy we
10 out
love
of
on the
10. Did you hear that?
podcast.
Aaron, you got a 10 out of 10.
I thought that went up to 5.
That's like almost.
You got a 10 out of 5.
Wow. That's like
an honor.
almost the type of physical comedy that made me pee my pants that one time.
That was like physical comedy and vocal comedy. I was doing a little voice acting.
Yeah, Erin was doing this. Erin was visiting us in Florida, and she was like,
How old were we? I guess that was my 13th birthday. Maybe I came to fly to see
"That's
you.
possible." And we were. It was really late at night, and we were not asleep, of course. And Erin was like doing a slow-mo reenactment of like getting a phone call or something.
It was something like really stupid like that.
And
And I was like, it was like not that funny, but we were just dying.
And then I was laughing so hard, and then suddenly I was like, "I'll be right back."
Still one of my greatest honors today. I put that on my resume, award-winning storyteller, made my cousin pee her pants one time when we were 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should write a
Great trip.
story about that, and do it and win another award for it.
Yeah, maybe if I'm telling stories to like 13-year-olds who would think that's funny.
Okay.
13-year-olds who are like amped up on seeing their cousin energy.
So, yes, Sierra Teller Ornelas is the co-creator of Rutherford Falls alongside Ed Helms and Mike Schur. So that is why I received the Wikipedia article about this person. And she is from the Navajo Nation. So there you go.
Very cool.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Cool beans, machines.
Yeah, it's good. Everybody go get a free trial of Peacock and binge it. We don't have to pay for shit.
Game the system. Hope they get another season, but not pay. Don't pay for it.
Yeah, maybe I'll pay for it if they get another season.
That's right. Hold them hostage with your money. Let your money do the talking.
That's right. That's it. That's all. That's my obsessions.
Good one.
Fucking
Good
sick,
times.
dude.
Fucking
Rad as hell, dude.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Super rad.
Rad
Great
as
job.
hell.
Ooh, sorry, allergies.
Is your obsession
All right.
that bit?
Yeah.
Erin, what's your obsession?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have an obsession. I'm not coming to you with an obsession, but something that I've been kind of finding mildly amusing. How's that? It's this YouTube channel called Unemployedwineguy. Have you seen this?
No.
He's this like sommelier, I guess. I think. Here's what I think. I'll tell you what it is at face value, and then I'll tell you what I think. It's this guy who was a sommelier, and he lost his job in the pandemic, so he does these sommeliering from home, except he does like bottom shelf like liquor and drinks, and he's really funny. And I think if you're down to watch a 4-minute and 50-second video together, we'll watch this together just so you can get a sense of it. And then I think it might be a bit. I think he might actually be an actor / comedian doing a bit, but it is very funny. So, are you guys down to watch a 4-minute and 50-second video together? So this is the Unemployed Wine Guy doing Jepson's Malort, which if you don't know what that is, it's like a gross, famously gross liquor drink from Chicago.
Kind of tastes like.
But he does all sorts of like really shitty bottom shelf stuff or like weird stuff. Okay, let's watch it together. Ready?
No, I have an ad. Okay, I'm ready. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's very funny.
Yeah. So he's got there's light jazz playing in the background of every episode or every, I don't know, video. He's in like this big empty. He's in like a different big empty kitchen. He's like circles between three. It really feels to me. He kind of like, as you watch different videos, you can kind of like, he kind of alludes to his marriage unraveling, and he's going through a divorce. Is like staying with his brother. It feels just very like really feel like it's a bit. Like I don't think his name is like whatever Prescott the Third. But I like that for each one he like professionally tastes it, even though it's like the shittiest stuff. He'll do like those malt liquor bottles you get at like grocery, like convenience stores. He'll do those and give them like profiles and then pairings and like who should drink this like for each one. It's just like they're all really. Does
he ever like any?
So I'm not. He did one. Yeah, he did one where I guess John Bon Jovi and his son,
His son
Bon Jovi.
I don't know his son's name, so let's go with that. Bon Bovi.
His son Bon John
Bovi.
Bon John Bovi. John Bon Jovi and his son Bon John Bovi.
Oh my god.
Make like we got Hannah. We really got Hannah.
I'm crying.
Bon John
his name?
Bovi is so good.
Bon Jovi and his son Bon John
talking about what is John Bon Jovi's son doing?
Yeah.
What's Bon John up to?
Yeah, Bon John. Bon John and John Bon make a rosé together.
Really?
Yeah. They like make this rosé, and so he like tried that. He tried Bon John's rosé.
Bon John and John Bon.
So he tried the rosé, and I think he liked it. And he tried like aviation gin, and he liked that. But
pretty good.
And he actually tried this like really intense peppermint schnapps. He liked that. All right,
I like that.
I like that. And his like he tries a lot of like user requests, like user submitted stuff. So he ends up trying a lot of gross stuff. I haven't watched all of them, but I was like really watching a bunch last night and just enjoying them. So, anyway.
So I think you're probably right about it being a bit, right? Like he's very good in front of the camera.
Yeah.
However, the guy that I was saying he reminded me of, I'm like 99% sure, I'm 100% sure that he is who he says he is. And he runs a channel called Tasting History, where he makes recipes from like olden times of like things, like old recipes of things we still eat, or like recipes of things that we never eat anymore.
Didn't you talk about him before?
Maybe. I don't know if I brought him as an obsession.
I feel like it.
But I don't think I knew this the last time I talked about it, because I only found out pretty recently that he only started that YouTube channel during the pandemic because he got laid off from his job, which I think may have been at a restaurant, but I'm not sure of that. And he's very good in front of the camera. Like I thought he'd been doing it for years, but he actually just started in 2020. So I don't know.
So I was Googling it a little bit last night, and I did discover this in a Reddit, which is a commercial that has this guy in it, which I'm not saying. It just makes, I don't know, but it makes me feel like it's like a bit.
Yeah, it's probably a bit. I mean,
yeah,
he's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. He also he doesn't ever say like or I mean it could be edited out, but it is quite funny, and they're pretty consistently funny.
He also could be an actor and a sommelier.
Yeah,
he could be, right? It's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Exactly right.
It's exactly right. I'm spot on.
Like,
yeah, it's exactly. We're going in the same direction. I know, and Hannah, take it away.
Oh, like Bon John is a winemaker, but he's also John Bon's son. This is what I was gonna
Yeah, exactly. I was also going to call it back to that.
Probably better.
You're exactly right. That's exactly right. No.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
John Bon Jovi and his son Bon Jovi. I can't. It's like the funniest sentence.
Bon Jovi is just a like 1/2 scaled down version of John Bon Jovi.
I'm gonna try to sneak that into a conversation sometime this week. And
yeah. Did you know? You know what I learned this week? John Bon Jovi has a son named John.
And just be really
Bon John. That's a great name.
Yeah, it's a good name. This is like good John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like it.
Yeah, bonjour. Bonjour.
Oh my god. All right. Well, that's cool. I will watch more of that guy's stuff probably. I want to see some of the stuff he likes. Oh, he has Franzia.
Yeah.
Franzia. Cool. Thanks, Erin.
You're welcome.
Should we do homework?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. It's hot in here.
Ben?
Ben, what's your homework?
My homework is watch Game Changer on Dropout.tv.
Or
sign up for Dropout. Support those college humor folks so that they can hire their writers back. My Twitter's nice for Ben. My Twitch is Disco Greg. Good night. End of podcast.
No.
Unplug.
Unplug.
My homework is watch Shrill on Hulu and watch
Shrill.
Rutherford Falls on
Are you okay?
Peacock. I did finish my can of wine, so I'm doing great, actually.
So that's why you're saying
Have you finished your mug of water?
Rutherfod Falls. Yes. And I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Anthropology. I'm mod on a cool Discord called The Isle. You should join it. We have an Instagram now. It's called at The Isle Discord. And, oh my God, there's this Sydney, my friend Sydney, who I've talked about. Sydney McGames, she runs
Shout out.
her own Instagram and makes all these fun graphics for it. And now I'm pretty sure she's like the driving force behind the Isles Instagram because the graphics are of similarly great quality. And she's not a graphic designer. She's like a programmer. So I'm like, whoa, what the heck, Sydney McGames? How do you do this?
Wow.
Pretty cool.
How you do?
Dang.
How you do, Sydney McGames?
She's working on...
Sydney McGames can't do.
No, she's working on a project right now where she's making a cat cafe, but it's all cat Pokemon. And the house model, she built a house in The Sims, like a cat cafe in The Sims, to use as the model, and it looks awesome. I think it'll probably be up by the time this goes up. So anyway, check out all that stuff. And Erin, what's your homework?
Wow. My homework is to check out, is it The Unemployed Wine Guy?
It's your obsession, Erin.
It's Unemployed Wine Guy on YouTube. It's funny.
It's funny.
It's probably a bit, but it's a good bit. Or maybe it's a bit and he's a sommelier.
Yeah. It could be more than one thing.
Like Hannah said.
It could be anything.
And then check out the rosé that John Bon Jovi and Bon John Bovi make together. Father and son.
Brother and son.
Dynamic father-son duo, John Bon Jovi and Bon John Bovi.
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. If you want to call us and tell us your obsession this week, what your favorite wine is, what your favorite son of John Bon Jovi is, it's Bon John. You can do that at our voicemail / text message number at 774-326-0420.
Blaze it.
And dial blaze it.
And dial blaze it if you want.
Please, if you want, please.
Text. You can certainly text us blaze it.
Yeah, you can text us blaze it. Absolutely. Please do.
We'll meet in the middle. Text us blaze it.
You can find us on Twitter at TwoBroadPod. You can find us on Instagram at WayTooBroad. You can email us at waytoobroad@gmail.com if you have any questions, comments, complaints, obsessions.
Complaints.
Yeah, why not? And if you missed any of that, contact info, or you're looking for links or whatever, you can find all of that and more at our website, waytoobroad.com, for anything you want, earnben.com for anything you need, maxfun.org for a dog on a boat. And that's it. Oh, the podcast candle.
You know what? I just realized that Lil Nas X probably got that lyric from us. Anything you want, anything you need.
That's not the lyric. Yeah, definitely. The podcast.
Call me, don't dial blaze it.
Oh my goodness, it's so clear now. How did we not notice it?
Morning, waytoobroad.com.
Lil Nas X, thank you for listening. And
420.
and we appreciate all of our listeners, especially Lil Nas X, and we love you.
Shout out.
And thank you for listening. And the podcast candle is now extinguished.
Bye.
Bye.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Bonjour.